Our education system, it never taught us to ask questions. It just told us to study. Told us this books, study, mug it up, get these many marks, and you'll be the CEO, you'll be the engineer, you'll be XYZ. And when you don't have those numbers, you question, why will I study? What do I do with my life? I'm a girl from a small town, Hindi medium. If I'm standing here, I always thought I will never stand here, do something with my life. 8 years old, question and question and question. Why? Why? What do I want to do with my life? If I'm studying Hindi, Bihar, a small town, is a very, very small town. Conventional family taught me, don't do this, be a good girl, wear the right clothes, protected. Even my school going was being protected by a staff following me, because Bihar is a very insecure, very unsafe state. It is much, much better now. So anyways, so I asked, why do I study? Why do I get up in the morning? Why do I do what I do? I started reading English newspaper because I had to learn English. I carried a dictionary with me, and I knew that this girl is not going to be in this small town. So when you study, and wherever you are, you all are very innocent young youth who don't know that what do I want to do with my life. I didn't know what I want to do with my life, but I knew that what I need to do. I had a creativity always with me, and I wanted to wear short skirts. I didn't want to wear the traditional salwar suit stitched or whatever you used to get at that time. You know what I did? I took my father's trouser, I cut it, I made a straight skirt, I got it stitched myself, and I wore what I wanted to wear. I learned driving on the ambassador car. I had to make double the effort to study, because I had to read Hindi, and then I had to read English, and then I had to see in the dictionary, then I had to compare, and then that's the way I made my English. It is no education system that gave me my English. I have the biggest regret of not being in the university like all of you. So this was my life I had always had. Since there was nothing much to do, I used to grow flowers. I had around 500 potted plants. I'll tell you how it helped me in life. I used to make a library because I wanted to read, and there was nothing to read. I saved each and every penny of my pocket money to buy books. We had an allowance that you can buy only this much, spend this much money. So there the journey started. In Bihar, the admission and the colleges were like that. The exams were not happening for 2 years. I don't know if anybody is there from Bihar. I don't think. So you're lucky that you're not from Bihar. You're from Bihar? So 2 years I didn't give the second year graduation exam. Yeah, because the papers were getting leaked and the exams were getting postponed. It didn't matter to anybody that you're getting stuck in your life. Accidentally, a friend of mine who was filling a form for a Delhi Fashion College in my house, she was a guest. Obviously, people used to carry 2-3 forms. Now there was no digital form that you can erase it, improve it. And so she had an extra form. I don't know why, I filled that form. I knew that my conventional family, my protected family will never send me to Delhi to study fashion. I still filled the form. I forgot about it because I knew that I will not get a chance to go to Delhi. The previous speaker talked about the mother. My mother, who looked like a very, very simple housewife, she stood up for me. She said, this girl will go to Delhi. She has to go. I came to Delhi, and I questioned all my life. Why should I marry this kind of a boy? Why should I do this? And people called me rebel, people called me whatever, I don't know, but I always asked questions. I came to Delhi. I married a florist. I was a fashion designer that time. The choices were there that should I take fashion designing or should I be a florist? And again, from old time, anybody knows what a florist 25 years used to be? Charandas phool wala, banti phool wala. That time, thinking when I told my mom that I want to get married to this boy, she was crossing a temple and there were florists sitting outside the road, and she asked me little like slyly and shyly, does he do this? I said, no, mom, he's an educated person. So that was the image, and for me it was a tough call to leave fashion and take flowers. Fashion that time also was very, very glamorous. Fashion right now is also very, very glamorous. Today there are still a lot many fashion designers. That time it was handful of fashion designers, and I had the opportunity to work with the best of the fashion designers. I took flowers because flowers excited me. It was a new profession, and I wanted to prove myself. Somewhere my childhood, when I was growing flowers, when I was getting up every morning and wanted to see how the flowers are blooming, made me take up that, answered my why, because somewhere I was preparing myself to be a florist that day. I didn't know that that's why I chose that career. So I became a florist. When I became a florist, obviously you have to struggle, because the respect I get today, that respect was not there for a florist that day. We were supposed to be taken as any sabzi wala, fool wala. So it took us a long time to tell people that floristry could be a structured, respected industry. It was never an industry. So cut to the part 2. We had one shop, and the vision was my husband asked me, what do you think about the company? I said, we will have 100 shops. Why did I say that I will have 100 shops? Because somewhere the awareness of every thought, I paid attention. When you are serving to a Delhi client, our first shop was in Delhi. If somebody comes and they say, I want to have some flowers in Moradabad, initially we used to pack in the freezer box and send to few clients. But you realize that this is not the way you move forward. You have to think big. That's how we grew, and today we have 400 plus flower shops. So that's the power of asking that why. So please don't ever get scared to think why. I was at your age, I always asked why. Because our moms say that, beta itte sawal mat poocho. We are scared when you are sitting in a classroom of 60 students or 150 students. What if I'm asking a bad question? If Sheila was standing here, if I wanted to ask a question, I will think, why should I ask her? I will make a fool of me. So that's why I believe in the power of why, that why should I not ask a question? Why should I not act on something that I want to do on my life? What will happen? I will fail. At the most, I will fail. I must have failed 25 times in 25 years of my life of Ferns and Petals. People know where we are today, but people don't know how many times we fell flat on our faces. I fell flat. I learned. I got up next morning. I knew that I can count. It will be an endless story. So the idea is that, you know how I started Ferns and Petals? My husband was a florist in Calcutta. He sent me flowers in Delhi. The flowers were not of a good quality. He asked me, how are the flowers? I said, very bad. And I said, why there are no good florists in Delhi? It's written all over media. It's written all over in our stories. That gave birth to Ferns and Petals. So again, I'm coming back to somebody told me this morning that why is a concept that's been going on for a long time. I know every formula. If we study history, if we study anything, it's been written all over. Institutions, they decode it differently. This is our way of learning from whatever we want to learn. The matters are the same. The learnings are the same. Sheila would say the same thing. I would say the same thing. You would say the same thing. It's just that how it made my life, and wherever I am, I feel I asked a lot of why. Again, I will say, don't hesitate to ask why. So anyways, Ferns and Petals got established. And like any other woman, even if it is my company, I always faced a lot of biases. I was told many times that you should not be doing it in a subtle manner. Even in my own boardroom, I could sense that if I'm saying something, it's been taken as a, why should I listen to a woman? She might not be. Even somebody at my shop came and it was my child shopping bag kept there. I was judged that, are you giving enough time to your work? Nobody has a right to question that if I'm giving my, somebody mentioned that nobody has a right to question that how am I doing my parenting? If I'm working for the night, if I'm working for the day, nobody has a right to question. So when I started my work, my mom-in-law told me that you are going out to work for work and you will be getting 5,000 rupees. That will be the cost of the help that will take care of the house. What's the point of earning that 5,000 rupees? I didn't say a word. I didn't say a word. I continued what I continued doing. Today, my company's worth over is 2,500 crores. So that is the power of taking, questioning and answering, and sometimes not answering also. So I was talking about vices. I applied for a very, very prestigious club membership because once you reach at a stage when then you start having desires, aspirations that I should be there. My husband is a non-social person. I applied because we both are co-founders. That club rejected my membership because for them, in typically Indian setup, the money earner or the chairman of the company or the man is the owner of the company. The wife will always be a wife. And I am the co-founder, I am the 50% partner, I am equal contributor, and whatever balance sheet they needed, it was right in place. That made me again ask a question, why? Why do I not deserve? Did I give lesser hours? Did I give, was I not there from the beginning? What is it that let them decide not to have me on the membership? And I knew that the answer cannot, if I, being in that position, is experiencing that biases, what about women who are not that privileged, who have not achieved, who have not been there, who are not confident? I started a media platform for women 5 years back. That was, I said, okay, this is my core work, but I need to address this because it's my duty. I cannot sit and enjoy the perks of what I made if I don't include more women alongside me. And I talked to more than 5,000 women, and I realized that half of the women say that if we were independent, I would have left the house. Even if I am doing everything, there are biases. We teach boys not to it's a very, very sad situation where we don't tell the boys to, and that is for their own benefit. They don't include women in the whole setup because it's for their own benefit. If they go home, who will nurse them who will take care of them? Who will give them a glass of water? You go home and you say, oh, mummy ke chole bhature bahut achhe bante hain. Oh, my mom is the best, or my wife is the best. And we women get so influenced or so get addicted to that kind of appreciation that we feel that becomes our world. So these kind of biases I felt around me. And when I was searching for women experts to do my conversations, whenever I used to Google, I used to find, if I'm searching women coach, women mental health coach, women doctor, why should I search doctor? And you know that there will be 9 men and 1 woman. Even Google does biases. Because the information, what's been fed to Google, Google delivers that. And when I always asked why, that if a woman like me is feeling that absolutely clear biases, where will that woman go? A mother who is trying to make some pickles, or somebody is trying to set up something. Another incident around me, somebody was trying to be a home chef. And you know, the husband said, okay, I'll help her when she's small because it doesn't take much of my time. What if she started making from 100 pieces to 1,000 pieces, I will not get involved. I will not do that. I don't have time to do that. How will a woman grow? That made me start I don't know, I must have skipped a lot of things in between. But what I want to say today, that made me start a listing platform during COVID. It took me 1 year. It's almost ready to be launched. Because again, I said why. The conversation is not enough. I can't just talk to 5,000 women and not give them any solution. So I have made an app where I will list every possible woman who is a homepreneur, entrepreneur, practitioner, or any professional in the field. And that has to be ecosystem that has to be provided for women to find their best potential. And I feel if I am an entrepreneur or a business owner, any economy that doesn't include women is a bad economy. And this I don't say, this the statistics say. Because according to the McKinsey report, there are 500 million women, which is half the population, almost half the population of the country. And where only 17 or the 18% of the women population is active in active economy. We think of a resource which we pay for, and we think that if we are not using it, it's wasted. We are seeing 500 active working age women not participating in the economy. We are sitting comfortably. Why are we sitting comfortably? Because women are making your life comfortable. Nobody will, especially to women, nobody will get up for you and work for you to involve you, because their comfort every household comfort will be for a question. So if we include these women, include $770 million to the GDP by 2025. So involving women in economy is if we don't involve, I again say it's a bad economy. I have said my story in bits and pieces, whatever I could remember. Sitting idle, being comfortable is not my lifestyle. Every third year, I have completed my mission and had moved to my mission. This mission is my mission. I have taken a goal of impacting 5 million women by 2025. So this is my goal. My request to you is, I know that we all can take 10 women target around us. How many of yours moms are working? You can see how many few hands. And I am sure all the mothers have some unique talent. I know my mom. She wants to do something. I know my mom-in-law, she wants to do something. And I'm telling you, I have talked to thousands of the women, and all of them are beautifully talented. All of them are beautifully talented. Can we take 10 women, just 10 women, support them? And support them is also, I'm not wanting to use the word, but for the lack of a better word, I'm saying support them. Can we help them with technology? Can we help them at least making their social media account? Can we help them with packaging? Can we help them just giving a business plan? The first stage where they get scared is making a business plan. When the man says, how will you make money? They don't come from that ecosystem where money making has been taught to them. A boy gets out of the college at 25 and he starts working. A girl gets out of the college, she first invests her 10 years setting up her life if she is not a professional. So my parting word request to you is, please support 10 women. You will add up to my goal. And that is something why I chose to be here on this TED Talk, because Ferns N Petals story has been heard many, many, many times. I would have come here and spoken nothing new. You all know about it. So I took this opportunity to tell you that please be the change. Please include women in the economy, because if women are not in the economy, it's a bad economy. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.